Do you not believe in yourself? Does nobody believe in you? Good. Use it. Use their doubt. Use their laughter. Use every low expectation, every quiet dismissal, every moment they treated your future like a fantasy. Other people's disbelief can either weaken you or sharpen you. Some men hear doubt, become scared, and shrink. Other men hear doubt and get hungry. They get quieter, more focused. Once the world stops clapping for you, everything feels different. Now you find out whether their doubt will become your excuse or your fuel. And this moment is exactly when the focused man becomes stronger. Because when nobody believes in you, you stop building for applause. You stop wasting energy trying to convince people who are never going to understand it. And that is where something changes. The doubt that was supposed to discourage you becomes motivation. The rejection that was supposed to slow you down becomes the reason you build with more obsession, more discipline, and more force than before. So let them doubt you. Let them misunderstand. Then take all of it and put it into your work. Because the truth is, a lot of people will try to put you down and talk you out of your goals. And this hurts even more when it's from people close to you. But most of the time, their doubt is not wisdom. It is projection. When people are scared of taking a risk themselves, they will project that fear onto you. When small-minded people give advice, they are only giving advice from the small world they live in. People who never had the courage to honor their own vision are often the first to tell you to lower yours. They will call you unrealistic, obsessed, or delusional. But a man must be careful not to confuse other people's limits with truth. Because many of the people telling you what cannot be done are only speaking from the size of the cage they accepted for themselves. And if you keep listening to that long enough, you will begin to live down to their expectations. That is how men disappear. Not because they lacked ability, but because they kept asking permission from people who were never going to understand. That is why this matters so much. Your dream does not need their understanding. Your future does not need their approval. And your vision does not become false just because the people around you are too blind, too fearful, or too ordinary to see it. So, if nobody believes in you, good. Now stop trying to make them. Stop explaining yourself to people who only believe in results they can already see. Stop wasting energy trying to argue people into respecting a vision that was never given to them in the first place. Stop treating their doubt like a verdict. It is not a verdict. It is a test. A test of whether your belief is strong enough to weather the storm. Trying to convince doubters is one of the biggest wastes of time a man can make. It drains him, scatters him, pulls his focus away from the work, makes him more obsessed with being understood than focusing on his purpose. And that is backwards. Your job is not to make everyone else believe in your vision. Your job is to believe in who you are becoming strongly enough that your actions begin to reflect it. That is where the real shift begins. When a man stops asking, "Why don't they believe in me?" and starts asking, "Why would I need them to?" that is the moment something in him gets stronger. Now the work becomes quieter, more focused. Because belief that depends on support is weak. The strongest kind of belief is self-belief. The type of belief that exists before proof. But that kind of belief must be trained. A man can lose his future long before he loses the opportunity for it. He loses it when he stops feeding it, when he lets doubt speak louder than discipline, when he starts repeating to himself the same fear that was spoken over him by other people. That is why your own voice matters so much. You do not need to add your own voice to the list of things working against you. A man must become his own encouragement. He must learn how to speak life into the part of him that nobody else can see yet. Not because he is arrogant, because he is responsible. Responsible for the potential within himself. Responsible for the vision that will die if he keeps handing its survival over to people who do not have the courage to carry their own. And then there is the work. Because belief without work rots. Self-belief is not sitting in a room telling yourself you are destined for success while your habits remain weak. That is just fantasy. Belief becomes real when it enters the body, when you start to take action. And this looks like early mornings. It looks like hard sacrifices. It looks like discipline when all you want is comfort. When no one is cheering, you can either collapse into self-doubt, or you can use their doubt as fuel for your progress. And if you can do this, you'll be one step closer to building the mindset of a champion. Champions are often made in the season where nobody claps and nobody understands. That is where a man learns whether he was in love with the idea of success or committed to the process that creates it. And if he stays with the process long enough, something powerful happens. He stops needing outside validation, because now he is no longer waiting for outside support to make action feel possible. And once a man stops needing outside belief, all responsibility comes back to him. This is the most freeing yet terrifying feeling a man can feel, because now he must keep himself going. Now he must stay disciplined. Anything that happens is his fault. But this also means any success he achieves is because of his own efforts. A man in this position is more focused because he is no longer bothered by the opinions of others. A man becomes stronger when he stops building from revenge alone and starts building from conviction. Now the work is not just to silence them. Now the work is to become aligned with the version of himself he can respect. You are not training just to show off to the people who laughed. You are not building just to make people regret doubting you. Though those things may happen, they should not be your main priority. The deepest reason is that you know you are capable of more, and your current and future family are depending on you to get focused. That is why you keep going. That is why you keep building. That is why you stay when it is lonely. Once a man becomes internally convinced, once a man finds his fire for success, the world starts to change. Not instantly, but slowly. First, the man changes. He becomes a man of discipline. He becomes the kind of man whose belief no longer shakes every time someone else's opinion changes. Then the results begin to show. And eventually, the same people who laughed start paying attention. The same people who told you to stay realistic begin watching what they never believed you could build. So, if nobody believes in you, good. Get focused. Build. Work. Because one day, the work will speak in a language doubt cannot interrupt. And when that day comes, do not waste your breath reminding them what they said. You will not need to. Prove yourself right and focus on your purpose.